I'm cheese. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I believe that we can win. What up? Welcome in to Riot Sports Talk. I'm Cheese, back again. Dre's with us.
What's going on?
We got a special guest, the light-skinned man himself, the light-skinned Batman. My cousin, brother, family, DJ is in the building with us.
Self-acclaimed Royals insider.
And we got Duncan over there. Who's going to him? Okay, time out. Wait. He said Royals insider. Okay.
I am insider.
We're talking about Michael Sam first.
Oh, my man.
DJ's gone. Anyway, we're going to get into some big news that happened in the NFL this week with Michael Sam being the first openly gay NFL prospect. And as a former football player, I guess I'll try to kick it off with the way I would see it in the locker room and on the field. Now, him being gay is really not that big a deal to me if the man could help us win football games. Our ultimate goal is to win a championship, and it shouldn't matter what his sexual preference is if he can help us win. So, I see this. If Peyton Manning was gay, would you not take him on your team? Yeah, right. You would sign him up immediately. You know,
come join the team right now.
Right now. And the thing with the locker room, yeah, it'll be awkward. No one can say that it won't be awkward because no one's ever had to do this before. I'm sure there's been gay athletes in football, any other sports, but nobody has known. Now, we know Michael Sanders is gay, and the locker room he comes into knows this now. There's a comfortability level that you have to have with that, or mental toughness, so to speak, that you have to have with that. Because you have to interact with them. You shower together, and you can't help but feel awkward. Even maybe you don't believe that they should, but, you know, it's going to happen. And that's just how I would look at it from the locker room standpoint on the field. It really shouldn't matter because that's just his choice. And to win games, if he can help us win games, I want him on our team. Now, it'll be awkward, but, you know, it's something that, as a side, we got to work on and try to get through.
I agree, man. I'm going to look at it from the fan standpoint. And I've been, you know me, diehard Chiefs fan. I go to every single Chiefs home game.
Too diehard sometimes.
Hey, shut up. But I understand that you got the guys that go to the game. They're going to have a few beers. What's the first thing they're going to say when Michael Sam hits the field if he's not on their team? Mm-hmm. That F word is going to pop up.
Yeah, somebody's going to say something.
It's going to pop up a lot. No matter what he does, I'm happy that he came out. I think it's a big step for him. I just think that he's going to have very, very tough skin because if he goes to a team like, you know, let's say he goes to the Chiefs. You go to Oakland. You know how they fans are. Mm-hmm. He going to hear it.
The black hole will be all over it.
Yeah, he going to hear it all game long. He's just got to make sure that he's tough enough mentally to handle it because somebody's going to say something off the wall, and as a man, whether you be gay or not, you're prideful, mm-hmm. and I just hope that he can contain himself and not do nothing stupid.
I think the biggest thing is already out. It's already done. Actually, coming out is the most important and the most mentally tough thing he can do. Now, it's basically just not smooth sailing, but now he has 30 other guys on his team that are going to back him no matter what. And like when people talk about going to war on Sunday, even though I'm not comparing it to war, it's not war. You don't die. Yeah. But talk about going to war on Sunday with your brothers. That's all you really need because the world's against you anyways. Mm-hmm. If you're not playing at Arrowhead Stadium, the whole world's against you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the hardest thing that he had to do, he already did. And if we're talking about mental toughness, obviously he has that because he came out
to his team before in August.
To his team on first, and then on sports, and now the whole world knows.
Coming out to your team doesn't mean you have mental toughness. Coming out to your team just means you felt comfortable around the guys that you're with.
And you trusted that.
Mental toughness is being able to
agree with that.
to now that you've come out. No, see, nobody knew he was gay before.
Nobody knew.
So nobody could say for the team,
and they never said anything.
So nobody could say, "Oh, you the F word, you the F word."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably said it, but they didn't know that.
If he'd have known in college, somebody would have known in college going down to Alabama. Well, they didn't play Alabama this year, but you know what I'm saying. Going down to those schools in the South like that.
Oh,
those fans would have been just.
Because going down south, and this goes for the NFL too. Depending on where you go, he got two things against him. He's African American and he's gay.
Yeah. So he's already got one hurdle. Now he just built a hurdle for himself.
He just built another hurdle for him.
I'm not talking about coming out to his team was the hardest part. I'm talking about
coming out, period.
Being on Sports Center and answering all those questions.
And national news now.
Saying I am a black man and I'm a proud gay man. That was the hardest thing because now you know, no matter where you go, everybody knows. But my thing in response to you, Cheese, is that if it was so easy for Missouri to do, why can't some grown men that are getting paid millions of dollars to go work every day?
And that's a real good question.
Why can't they? I mean, we don't know everything that happened in Missouri, but I can say that they're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be to me that not that hard once you go from college.
I'm glad you asked that question. And I think the difference with him being in Missouri and the NFL is the fact that these guys are younger, you know, and growing up in our generation, it's been more accepted. And you'll have veterans in the locker room that, I mean, there's 18, 19-year veterans. When they were coming up, being gay was looked at as, that's just not, it's not acceptable. You know, it's unacceptable. It can't be this way. It's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be man and woman, period. And you'll get those guys in the locker room that think like that. That's where I agree with Andre with the thick skin coming in, because you're going to have guys, no matter, people say, oh, it's wrong to do that, but you're entitled to your own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with being gay, but I'm not going to judge anybody for it if that's their life choice. I will treat them with the same respect as I treat you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some people don't think like that. They have that mindset of it's man and woman, period. And if you're gay, I can't interact with you, none of this at all. I mean, there's nothing we can do to make me feel comfortable with you. You know, and I got to be in the shower with you. I got to be here with you. I got to be there with you. I got to interact with you even when I don't want to. So I'm uncomfortable with it. That's why I think that's going to be his biggest struggle, is dealing with that and those fans, man, because you know fans are freaking insane.
But really, how many fans do you hear? Like you know what I'm saying? Like unless it's like,
that's true.
Unless it's like the whole stadium. But I'm saying, like, I was front row on the 4-yard line, and I was yelling to Justice and Tuck on the sideline with the Giants. He didn't hear a word I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was 50 feet away from him.
But you also got to interact with them outside of the stadium. That'd be another thing. You know.
Let me tell you a little story about my last trip to Arrowhead when the Chiefs played the Houston Texans. You know that game. What's the running back's name?
Arian Foster.
Arian Foster got hurt. Wow. Well, the visiting sideline, you have to walk all the way around behind the end zone to get to the locker room.
Mm.
He got ate up. And he actually said something back to one of the fans, but basically it was something like, "Yeah, you wish you could be me," it's a type of thing like that. Well, that right there, you know, could he have just walked by and not said nothing? Yeah, but once again, you're a man, you're prideful. He said something, but that's all he said. Michael Sams has to have that kind of self-control. If he does get hurt and has to take a long trip to the locker room, somebody hit you, hey, F word.
Yeah, and it was just like we were talking about 42, the movie 42 and Jackie Robinson. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it's going to be the same reaction as what people reacted to him. They hated him for being black and playing baseball. People are going to not like him because simply the fact because he's gay. Not even has to do with him being black. That's just a icing on top of this whole situation.
Right.
You know, so I think he'll be able to deal with it because he's dealt with it this long, but nobody knew. Like DJ was saying, he was on Sports Center National News. So now it's amped up from 1 to 10.
To 10, yeah.
Well, I'll say he knew, though. So anything that anybody said around him in the midst of him that he heard, that was derogatory towards him.
It obviously didn't bother him. That's a good point.
He would have to do taking it to heart. and maybe he can good at covering things up, but nobody can cover up
because
the world hating.
Exactly, because I can't lie. I'm guilty of it. We talking with my boys or something. I be like, oh, that's gay.
Yeah.
Nah, don't be gay.
But you're not meaning it like that. But it's just.
But
it's
could you imagine him as a gay man? He's sitting back there and he's got his teammates. That's gay. That's gay.
And that's another point for me. I hate to keep saying this, but as a former player in the locker room, it's if you've been in a locker room before, you're a basketball player. Right. You've been in a locker room. Stuff is said. It's jokes, but stuff is said. But it's not like you're being insensitive to the situation. If you don't know he's gay and you're talking about, oh, he's a F word or he's gay, he's this and that, then he's like, oh, I'm gay. And then you're going to be like, okay, now here's a boundary. Now, I don't know what it is I can say to you or what is going to offend you or what kind of, what joke I can get away with. Not get away with, but,
that's really on him to be like, if someone said, oh, that's gay. Well, hold on. Let's talk like why that's not cool to say around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate the N-word. When Duncan says that around me, I'm like, yo, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like when he says monkey, yo, chill out. It's the same thing. No, it's not. Yes, it is. The same thing.
It is the same thing.
So that's all Michael Sam to be like, yo, that's not cool. And then that'll in turn make his teammates respect him even more for standing up for himself, and then they might be on his side. But I guarantee you, the whole it's not gonna be divided like 50-50. It's gonna be more acceptance than non-acceptance, which is also the other encouraging aspect is that now in the world is very accepted. So now you have 45% of the United States, maybe even 55% of the United States that are going to accept you and are proud of you for doing what you do. Shoot, even the Obamas. Oh, I'm proud of you, Michael Sam. What? Like, I've made it. You made it now. Like, you Michael Sam and the Obamas are encouraging you.
And I'm glad you're here because you know some people that are in this lifestyle. Right. What do you think this effect has on them and like them maybe as other athletes that are maybe gay? What kind of impact does it have on the gay community?
I think I can't speak for them, but I think.
But you're close to the situation.
Me and Kristen were proud because it's once you got basketball, Jason Collins. Okay, cool. Basketball is secondary to football. Yeah. You got one in football that we know of. Granted, not every guy but Michael Sam in the NFL is straight. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's just not saying anything.
There's more.
There's definitely more.
So I think it's like a step. Like it's a small step. Like you can't always compare it to the black history and civil rights. But like once you got Obama in office, that was a big step. Like now you got a black man that's the head of the United States. That's a step to getting where we need to go for equality as a whole. Now we got a gay man in the NFL. That's a step towards equality, and a thing that many Americans can like come to terms with. Like no matter what, we can agree on football. We can come talk about football. Even if you hate me, I hate you. We can talk about sports. You know what I'm saying? So you got basketball, you got football, you got soccer. You're gonna have baseball soon. Now, once you get a guy in football, it's gonna open up all the doors for everything else, which is then it's even more steps towards.
And I don't want. But the thing is, not everybody is going to be that forthcoming.
Right.
I mean, it's just human nature. I mean, I'll speak for myself. If I was in that lifestyle, and I knew, I don't want my teammates to, treat me any different. I don't want the fans to treat me any different. I don't want to, I don't want to take a risk of losing my job or never getting another job. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gay, but I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to understand that is heavy on their mind. So that's why I'm proud of this guy, because he's like, you know what? I'm gay, but let my football ability speak for what I'm doing.
Co-defensive player of the year. I'm glad you brought that up because there was 3 anonymous GMs that said that they're completely taking him off his board because they don't want to deal with the distraction and the media circus that's going to come with it. Right now he's projected as the 3rd to 4th round pick, and people are thinking this could drop him down to like the 6th round almost. And that's 3 rounds worth of money.
I agree with those GMs to a certain extent.
The circus is coming to town.
You don't want no NFL team wants the circus. No NFL team. As a head coach, I coach both my kids. If I was an NFL coach, the first question I don't want to have to answer is, "Hey, how do you feel about Michael Sam?"
Yeah. How is the locker room responding to Michael Sam being gay?
It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just use Andy Reid as an example. Do you think Andy Reid, if the Chiefs decide to draft Michael Sam, do you think the first question is going to be about Michael Sam, or do you think it's going to be about why the Chiefs blew a 28-point lead in Indianapolis? Yeah. Or how's Jamal Charles feeling after the concussion? And then how's he really feel after Derek Johnson hit him in the Pro Bowl? Those are the questions that should be asked, but the first question that's going to come up is, hey, how's the locker room handling Michael Sam? Why does it matter?
And you brought up a really good name, Robert Kraft. He's one of the most respected owners in football, and he put the same thing to say. He said the same thing that I'm saying. If he can help us win games, we're about winning championships. Exactly. If he can help us win games and we want him on our team, it's about winning. Yeah, and he's one of the most respected people in the game. So I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but we know it's going to be.
And the thing is that we think of as in an interview, the person has to answer the question. Andy Reid didn't ask no random question whenever his son killed himself. Nope. They asked, but he didn't have to answer.
He's going to have to go to a team with a strong head coach, a strong front office.
And they're talking about he's like he could be Robert Mathis or
Cliff Averill,
or Justin Houston.
Yeah,
he could be.
Been in Kansas City.
Yeah, we'll take
it. And Mike Sam on the same field.
Because if you want me as a fan, you're a Chiefs fan too.
Exactly.
As a Chiefs fan, Tom Hawley's almost done.
Yeah.
We need a pass rusher.
Michael Sam,
let's go.
Come here.
Yeah. You
Matter of fact, I got a room in my house you can sleep in. Yeah. I don't care if you gay or not.
If you about getting these sacks,
and help winning championships,
I'm in.
Let's go, brother. I mean, let's do it. And this goes back to also you were talking about earlier, the older players. You always, especially like you hear about like Ray Lewis, guys that have a strong Christian belief.
Jerome Bettis.
They've
all said that.
I mean, real strong Christian. You know, I think that back in the day it would be harder for them to accept Michael Sam.
That's what I'm saying.
But now it's like
this has been coming for years.
Yeah, I mean,
we've just been waiting. It's been a waiting game. Like, who's going to do it?
It's no longer about straight and gay. It's now about, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to love my brother. It don't matter what you are. I can't judge you for what you are.
No. Even if you don't agree with it, you can't say that you're wrong.
I think I think it's easier for Michael Sam to come out and say I'm gay than it would have been for, you know, Marvin Harrison 10 years ago to come out and say, I'm not saying Marvin Harrison's gay, but if he was, for him to come out and be like, I'm gay. Or Peyton Manning when he first came out, I'm gay. It would be difficult at that time, but just because it wasn't so accepted as it is now.
I think what it might take is that it might take a high caliber person to be gay that kills every Sunday. Like say Tom Brady or Peyton Manning is out here killing every Sunday.
You're not going
to. Like these people's like these homophobic people.
That would open
their pride will be hurt more because I'm homophobic and then
this gay man out here killing me.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's going to take a more high profiler guy to come out and to really open up the doors.
Yeah, I agree. I guess I think we could end the segment by saying this. Would you take him on your team, Cheese?
Yeah.
Winning. Would you take him on your team?
Cheese, let's go.
The old saying, "Winning cures all."
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
If he had to help win Super Bowl, if he made say if Richard Sherman was gay, and you just seen him make the biggest play in the Super Bowl or biggest play in the NFC Championship, nobody would care. Why?
No.
Because he got him to the Super Bowl. No one would care. And the last thing I want to end this show with this question: if you had to play with him or Riley Cooper, and knowing what Riley Cooper said over the summer as a black man that we are, and you know this is a black guy, he's gay, and we got a white guy over here who said he would do something to blank. Which would you feel more comfortable playing with? Because Riley Cooper produced this year, and we feel like Michael Sam could produce.
As a defensive player, I want Riley Cooper on the team because I'm lighting him up every practice. I'm lighting him up every practice. Nah, on a serious note though, I take Michael Sam all day long because my thing is this, and we can get into, and I know this is probably gonna open up a big thing.
We're not gonna go there,
whether you can choose if you're gay or not. you could choose whether or not to be racist.
Yes, you can.
You could choose whether or not to call somebody the N word or whatever,
and make it plural,
right?
As in multiple,
right. But some people think you choose to be gay. Some people think you're born that way. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. We already did that. But
we did it off air.
Yeah. But you can't. To me, you can't choose to be racist. Either you are or you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, you do choose to be racist. You know. That's what it is.
And that's I would pick Michael Sam just because I think he could produce more than what a Riley Cooper could in the long run. It's really dicey because I'm black and I don't want to seem like I'm taking the black over the white guy. I want it.
It don't have nothing to do with race.
I want the person that can win this game.
They're talking about bringing Riley Cooper to Kansas City. They say he's a free agent.
And I'll take.
I'll take Riley Cooper on. See, here's the thing, and it goes back to the same thing. Can you win me games?
Yep. And what can you put up with? Because people, no matter where he goes now, people are going to ask him, "Are you a racist?" He can say yes or no, and I got a choice to believe you.
Right.
I'm the type of guy just to say like it was said, like, you understand, it was said. I've heard it. I've heard. We've all heard it all of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's said, but
we've all said something that we shouldn't have said, and then after we said it, we're like, man, I really wish I wouldn't have said that.
Exactly.
Because you don't know what's around.
Because you don't know. I mean, you just have to be careful what you say and who's around.
And then, but he has also had a country concert and he has some honest juice in him. So I'm saying, but all of us have been talked to that way by a white person. I am half white. You have a white wife, and
you do. She's white. I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? So like as much as we have had a chip on our shoulder in the past, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's all like love is love, and you know what I'm saying go from there.
Well, I think that pretty much sums up our opinions on that. And, that's a good way to probably end it. I don't want to take it off too much longer. That's a good discussion. So we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for listening to Ride Sports Talk, and we out.
We out, y'all.
See ya.